Alright. I think I figured out how the timing is supposed to go, so let's see if I can actually make this work now. I guess,
Here I go! Woohoo! Here I go!
Okay, so let's see if I can actually do any better this time around. Like...
Yay!
Okay. If you saw my last run, you'll understand me taking a little bit of extra time to hit the top of the flagpole, because I ended up needing all those lives, so I butchered that run. But it gave me something to go on. Now I have a personal best to beat.
Here I go!
And I'm not too worried about being like the fastest ever. I'm just trying to see how fast I can actually do this. While discovering that, you know, there's stuff that I totally missed before. Oh, wow. Okay. So... I'm supposed to be able to just... slam right through all that. But not dying, I'm gonna count as a win this time. Just, you know, progressively get better.
Lovely!
So let's see what we can do. Yeah, I've been contemplating tomorrow's message. But tomorrow I'm going to be talking about how we read scripture. And that's going to be a fun one.
Here I go!
Okay. I'm just going to see if we can swim our way through this without... Last time I did this, I tried to go back for the... I went back for the star last time and totally botched that.
Yay! I did it!
I actually have to remember to do the splits. Now, if I don't get hung up on the ghost house, I'm almost guaranteed a better time. totally mangled that before.
Here I go.
I mean, really, if I don't mangle anything, I'm guaranteed a better time. He said as he mangled something. Don't look at me. I may have to switch to shorter games. I may have gotten my one good run in today. I don't know what this does, which means that I may not have actually wanted to go this way at all. Yeah, we got a coin. We'll just. Okay, so I definitely botched that, and some of it's, well, forgetting where I'm going sometimes. Oh, snack break. When it comes to this tower, you're not going to see me doing anything too out of the too crazy. I'm not. All that is anticlimactic. I didn't die. That's gonna be my main thing for saying today. If I didn't die, it must have been a win. No, I may go to play Lost Levels. If this doesn't work out, we'll see. And that one's mainly going to be practice. boneheaded move. Me trying to figure out. What my options were. I always do the splits when I do the saves, just so. Have like a common thing to go off of. Don't know if that's how everybody does, but that's how I'm going to do it. Just because it seems like the easiest way to do it. Okay, now. The thing that really just messed me up last time. And already off to a terrible start. Holy cow. It's okay if I do not die here. And I'm already like 10 minutes ahead of my last run. How's that possible? Because I spent like 12 lives here last time. Because I was way out of practice and forgot that I could just jump over that last section of ghosts. Honestly, that's probably the biggest thing once I remembered, you know, how to jump. But yeah, so back to what I was saying earlier. Tomorrow I'm doing a series, not a series, but just a one-off message on how we read scripture. And it's going to be interesting because there's a lot of discussion about reading it as literature versus reading it as a literal account. But at the same time, making sure that the entire concept of scripture is understood as something more than the usual idea of literature, and that there is something more than Oop. totally didn't mean to do that. Yeah, my video's a little glitchy today. I'm gonna have to restart this computer. Probably after this run. Yeah, so you can see where I'm saving a decent chunk of time. I gotta fix my splits on how they actually show plus minus, because I don't know why it's not doing it. I must have messed with something.
Here I go.
Oh, balls. I got ahead of myself. That's what happens when you get too cocky.
Here I go.
Okay. A little bit of a time loss, but still on par for a good run. Just going for a new personal best today.
Here I go.
And possibly the third ranking on the leaderboard, because it's pretty sparse. I'm taking that.
Yay!
Actually, I have no idea which one of those I should do. Probably the other one. I don't know. I just went right off of basically a coin toss because I couldn't remember which way to go.
Here I go.
Okay. Boop, boop. I made it. I made it. It's all good. know why my plus minus times are not showing up in the middle there. Something I'm doing wrong. But they are not showing up. I really should be paying attention to this. Oh! Bugger. Okay, so this fight's gonna be longer than it should have been, because I should have been able to wall up on him. Oop. Oh. I need the Mario World ability to... Use what you got. Use what you got.
Here I go!
Not doing a huge mistake, so I don't remember where I'm supposed to land. I usually just follow with it until I'm a little more familiar.
Lovely!
I apologize for my video's juddery. Like I'm restarting the computer after this run.
Here I go!
First try! First try! As I was telling you earlier, maybe if I distract myself, I actually will be first try. I think the biggest thing I run into in talking to people about reading scripture is that we often get this kind of idea in our head that people think that everything is supposed to be taken literally and that it's a giant history book, and that's one of the biggest things that I have to come across. It's not history. It's, as I put it, the history of man interacting with the divine. Oh, bug. Yeah, okay. I hit him. As long as I don't miss this. fine. It's gonna be fine. Just fine. So I keep doing well. I'm definitely gonna be in a much better place. To have a much better personal best. And then I'll fix this timer. I don't know what's going on with it. I've messed up something in all of my tweaking last night. Okay, if I do this first try, we'll be even better off. I just have to not screw up. That's the easiest thing. So, okay. So the problem is that if you take a literal history approach, then you're often limiting yourself very, very much in how you are willing to read. That was poorly timed on my part. But if the story is supposed to be, how did we get here? And you read the story as, what's the literal... Oops. Man. Just beat him. That's all I'm asking right now. We'll see if getting hit there costs me as we go, but it's at least... Now he's looking better. Alright. Keep on keeping on. I'm faster. Actually, what's kind of funny is I look a little bit. I look an awful lot like the pixel art version of me that comes up when I don't want to put myself on the webcam, like when I'm dyeing my hair. Because I'm shirtless and feel funny about the whole thing. Okay, so. Home stretch here. I'm looking like I might save it good.
Here I go.
10 minutes if I'm lucky. Chances are, though, that I'm going to get caught up somewhere in all of this. Especially in any effort to make it through all of this unharmed. Yeah, you know what? That's not happening. Come on, get up there. Get up there before there is no way over. Oh! Bugger. Okay, so this is where my,
Here I go.
this is where I hit the, you know, wall where I go, crud. I'm like actually gonna do this. Okay. Just run to the end. Run, run, run. Okay, so that was a bit painful. Any other time that would have been critical until I have a better personal best. Not terrible. We'll see if I ever get to a point where I'm, you know, much closer to going, oh wow, I could. Oh yeah. If I do this first try, I will be in much better shape this time too. Okay, so that took me forever last time. So if I can get through this next part, without any sort of major delays,
Yay! I did it.
I'll actually be doing pretty good. Because I forgot how many tries that actually took me last time.
Here I go.
So I might actually be in for a really decent run this go-round. Of course, now that I have said that, no, I'm strong and not that. No. Okay, I was hoping for a power up there. Forgot that was a life instead. I was thinking of that. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, okay. Forgot the coins added to the count. Anytime I have to deal with the whole, like, motion sensory bob, I usually end up struggling. Mainly because I forget that it's there. Okay, let's see if I can just... I mean, it's a great place to stock up on lives, because... Did I go a little bit slower? Yes. Was it because I actually wanted to live? Also, yes. No. Oops. Yeah, that'll be a little longer than expected.
I did it.
Still in a good place to be able to get a better time.
Here I go.
If I can do this first try, I'm going to be in great shape. But, you know... Okay. Good show there. Good show there. I probably could have benefited from taking the ice flower. Whew. Thought he was jumping. Thought he was jumping. I don't like just trying to jump over him because that's usually when I mess it up. Okay. We got this. New personal best coming up, I think. If I can. Yeah. Not botch this, which, yeah, is kind of like my theme for today is... I have been super good at botching things.
What?
Yeah.
Help!
What's going on? I'm saving myself? I do wish they would actually make her a playable character. Like, an updated Mario 2. Okay, I missed it. We had a nice back and forth fight. You won. But I'm alive. Are we yet still alive? Okay, if I can actually get him this time, I'll have shaved like 10 minutes off my time. Ha! Shit, like 11 minutes off my time. Nice. I'll be. Alright. We're gonna jot down these times real quick.
Thank you. Woohoo! Yeah!
Alright. While I finish this out, I'm just gonna let it run. We're gonna watch the credits together. And I'm gonna look up to see if I can figure out why my timer has not been doing what I wanted to do. an interesting, we'll have a little credits to an interesting conversation going on where somebody's complaining about the use of BCE instead of BC. For those of you who don't know, BCE is often referred to as before Common Era. Replaces BC because BC is quite frankly just inaccurate. Because if you go with it means before Christ, depending on which estimate you go with, that year isn't the right year. So no matter where it lines up, it's an inaccurate thing to use BC. So BCE just removes all of that and makes it easier. So that way, instead of teaching somebody this is what it means and then having to explain except that they got the date wrong and having to start with, hi, I'd like to teach you something that shows that we didn't know what we were talking about, but now I want you to believe what I'm talking about. BCE is a much easier because you can go with before the Common Era. After that is the more Common Era where we have more history. Before that, so BCE and CE, Common Era, much easier because if you go with AD, you're also having to explain how it's wrong. And it's way easier just to not have to explain why anything's wrong. It's a silly argument, but people get hung up on it because they go, oh, but if you take them out. No, if you take them out, it makes it more accurate. Be more accurate. You want people to believe you? Use things that are accurate. All right. I'm gonna check to see if my time is right on this, and I may come back to play something in a little bit. But it looks like it's about time for me to have something to eat, so maybe I'll come back after dinner. All right. Peace.